So I thought I would take you on a mini living room tour today. But before I go into it, I know that I haven't been uploading to my YouTube channel or my website, and I thought I would just give you a bit of a rundown of what I've been up to. Nothing serious has happened, but I just want to let you know what's going on. So last week I was really ill and I just got completely wiped out for the entire week. I don't know what it was. I feel like it was a mixture of lots of different things. It wasn't that virus. It wasn't that virus before anyone starts making a joke. If you know me, I really struggle with being ill because it means that I can't do anything. I have to recover and rest, and that's something that I just don't deal with very well because I'm such a fidget. I have to kind of do stuff and there's always something to do. So I probably took longer than I should have recovering because the little bit of energy that I did have, I'd be trying to do stuff and then I'd lose it again and then I would be feeling worse. Will I learn? Hopefully at some point, but I highly doubt it. So the biggest thing that James and I have been working on together is finally the planning and designing of our engagement party, which I'm, as you can imagine, super excited about. So we got engaged back in August, which just feels like a lifetime ago now. But we feel like we're now ready to start celebrating it, and things have happened and now there's like a nice free period where we can actually start thinking about it, which is really cool. My like inner event student has kind of come back out again and I'm just throwing myself into it and I'm really enjoying it. But it has meant that going home is kind of suffered. If you want to know anything more about the engagement party, in terms of what I'm making and what it's going to look like, let me know if you're interested down in the comments below, because I don't want to bombard you with all of that stuff if you're just simply not interested. So that's basically what's been going on with me, and I'm now going to shut up and get into this mini living room tour video, which I've been really meaning to finish, and the whole plan in my head was to post it at the start of the month, but obviously that hasn't happened. So yes, let's get into it. Mini living room tour video, let's go. So the living room is the most finished room in the apartment. We've been working really hard on trying to give it as much character, make it feel as cozy and playful as possible, just so when we come back home it's a lovely place to relax in and just to be in. So to achieve that, we've got a lot of stuff from secondhand shops like Gumtree, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and there are a few things that are free. There's things that I picked up from Freecycle and Freegal, there are things that I've made myself, there are some things from IKEA, but they have been hacked or they've just been dressed so they don't really look IKEA-esque. But we believe that we don't need to invest loads of money into furniture that everyone else has got, and we feel like anything that's secondhand has this sort of feeling of history behind it. We want to know like the backstory of where it's come from, who's enjoyed it, and it's exciting because now we get to be part of its journey for as long as we want it. So I'm going to take you through piece by piece everything that we own, and hopefully it inspires you to look at secondhand furniture in a different way. I would definitely recommend going to thrift shops, to boot fairs, to charity shops. Go and look on Gumtree, Freegal, Freecycle. It's long, like I'm not going to lie to you, it's a long process, but it does mean you will have something that no one else has in their home, and that is so cool to me because I love looking around people's homes, and if I see something that I've never seen before, I want to ask questions about it. And we get it a lot when people come around here and they want to know where things are from. I love giving them a backstory. I love talking about those talking point pieces, and I just think it's really cool, and admire anyone who goes through like the long process of trying to find things that way instead of going through a catalogue and being like, right, let's just pick that up from wherever. So if you want a cool and quirky home where you're capturing people's interests and they're asking you loads of questions about where things are from, I truly believe you should go down this process of using Gumtree, using Facebook Marketplace, using Frugal and FreeCycle, and hacking those IKEA pieces of furniture that you've got. And I personally think that you're going to find it really hard to create that by styling your home in the traditional way. With that being said, let's get into the tour. I hope you enjoy it. Give it a like if you did. Definitely comment down below if there is a certain furniture piece that you really liked. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace and FreeCycle. Let me know what apps you use, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys! This is our living room. So you've probably seen it a few times on Instagram and Facebook because I am quite proud of it. The wallpaper is from a company called Wallsource, and this particular one is a marble effect mural wallpaper, and we get a lot of compliments about it. I do actually have a 10% discount code on my Shelfies over Selfies post, so definitely go and check that out, and definitely have a look on the Wallsource website because there are so many designs on there that it makes me want to have another home to like style because there are just so many options. There you go, I've turned off the lights now. But to accompany the wall mural, we've got our shelf, which was also featured in the Shelfies over Selfies post. So you would have seen me put all this together, and you would have seen that the newest addition to it is this beautiful Unica vase that I bought from a shop in South Bank. And then I picked up these little cute dried flowers and this dried pampas grass, which is very cute. So in terms of furniture, this piece here, our lovely cabinet, I actually picked up for free on FreeCycle. I actually originally picked up a set of 1950s chairs, and the lady and I got on really well, and she actually ended up texting me again asking if I wanted this piece, and of course I was like yes, like thank you for thinking of me. But it's got quite a cool backstory. So her and her husband actually picked this up from Sweden, which is one of my favourite places, even though I've been there once, but it's left quite an impression on me. So yeah, this is from Sweden and it was for free, which I just think is incredible. And now we use it to hold all my records, which you can see here. I'm still devising a collection. And we actually keep all of our games in here for when we're doing dinner parties or just having family over. And again, we're just like the records, we're sort of building up a collection of all of our favourite games. But I have actually got a few ideas for this, and let me know if you think it's good or not. But it's going to sound like I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm really not. So I know a lovely lady called Zoe Murphy, and she screen prints onto furniture and textiles and creates these beautiful designs. And she has fairly recently come up with a banana print leaf design that I am just obsessed with. And I've got an idea of kind of having it sort of on this, the main bulk of it being on this door, and then it kind of wrapping around, like even on the glass. It's actually on my living room wish list post, so go and check that out if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I need to talk to Zoe about that, but it's just an idea for now. It does need a little bit of love here, which I put some wood filler on just for the time being, but I do need to actually sand it down and give it a bit of a stain. But other than that, it's a well-loved piece, and I hope that we have it for many years to come. So yeah, that's just another reason why I think you should go on to sites like FreeCycle and FreeGood, because you just don't know what's out there. Like, some people will get rid of stuff without thinking about it, and it is just mind-boggling what they do throw out. So again, definitely look at that. So the pampas grass is sat in a, oh, that was my knees clicking. The pampas grass is sitting in a woven vase that I picked up from TK Maxx. I love sort of that woven global goods influence, which you'll see a lot throughout this video. Also from TK Maxx is our throw basket. I love this design on it made by the string. I've not seen any other baskets like this, so it's quite nice. Got all of our throws and that in it. So next is this IKEA TV unit, which I've kind of hacked up a little bit. It originally just sat on the floor, but I gave it some little hairpin legs because with living in an apartment, you obviously don't have loads of space. So what you want to do is create that space by lifting things up from the floor, making the walls look longer, and it just makes it look a bit more sophisticated in my opinion. We also then went to a reclaimer's yard and picked up these lovely planks of wood, which I've sanded down and stained, and it just gives it a rusticy, industrial look. Just like this unit, I do actually have a plan for the doors. So I'm thinking of getting some peel and stick. It's like a vinyl that you can put on the top, and it comes in all these different patterns and colours. And I do actually have a post coming up, probably in mid-March now, for the showcase of that idea. So you will see that. Let me know what you think about that, because I do have a tendency to try and over-design stuff. But because it's white and we have the white radiator, we've got white walls, I just feel like this needs something. Talking about white, I have also come up with the idea, which you would have also seen in my living room wishlist post, of buying a radiator cover and painting it in the same sort of like grey blue. It looks more grey in here, but it's actually very dark blue. Painting the radiator cover in that colour, just to kind of make it a bit more of like a feature. Again, let me know what you think about that. I don't know if I should do the unit first and then the radiator, or the other way around. So let me know what you think on that. We've also got this sunburst mirror that I got from a shop in Brighton called Abode Living. And the reason why we've popped it there is basically to bring in a bit more light into the space. Because if I stand here, you can see that it sort of just reflects more light into the space. I really like it there. That corner needed something. And we put it there before we had put all those plants there. So I feel like that really works. And I've been like looking at those kind of mirrors for a long time. If you have been a follower on my Instagram for a while, you may have seen a post where James and I were in Barcelona, and where we were staying there was a whole wall that I was sat in front of that had different shaped rattan, they were kind of like rattan woven mirrors, and one of them was an eye, and I got a bit obsessed with it and I wanted it, but obviously didn't want to like take it or anything, so that kind of stayed in my mind for a bit. And then when we went on our Brighton trip, we found this mirror, and because it kind of looks like an eye and it's the sun, and I kind of have a bit of an obsession of like the sun and the moon, it was a no-brainer and we had to pick it up and bring it back home with us. I also thought it'd be quite nice to paint the inside of the windows in this playful pink. The reason behind that is because during the spring, summery months, we are completely surrounded with green trees. Obviously at the moment it's fair, but we're a bit sparse. but I thought that would be such a nice contrast, and it just kind of creates a bright addition. And it's quite nice in this window, in this mirror as well, because you've got the yellow and the pink, and they go really well together. Following on from that, we've got the famous IKEA chair, which everyone seems to have, but this is how I've dressed mine. It's actually got 2 fur throws on it, and these lovely cushions, just to make it a bit more of like a fancy place for people to sit. Giraffes are one of my favourite animals, on par, I would say, to elephants, so they were a must to the space. I am actually putting together a macrame post, so I'm not really going to talk about this piece, but in the post I do mention that James and I have been bringing in lots of plants and greenery into this corner to kind of create a bit of a oasis feel. And to achieve that, I bought this plant stand from TK Maxx. No surprise there. I love the scalloped effect with the rattan. it just makes me so happy to look at that piece. And then next to that, I made this table for James out of a slab of oak and some hairpin legs that we had in our spare room that weren't really doing anything. The table needed to be quite tall because his chair does rise quite high, and it just gives him a perch to put his cup of tea or just stuff that he's working on there. So that's his own little table. And then the little table underneath is something that we got from TK Maxx, and he's got his own box full of his Xbox games, incense sticks, a place to put all like the remotes, controllers and everything. So that is his space. And then this is sort of the start of our gallery wall, which is another post coming soon, so I'm not really going to talk too much about that. But this is going to change, and there's going to be a lot more pictures, various frames will be added. So yeah, that's coming soon. So the next thing is our coffee table. It does look quite small compared to everything else in the space, but there is a reason for that. The table has been a bit of a compromise, but that's only because we want to keep the area trip hazard free. But I also love mid-century furniture, which typically means that the legs stick out. So I feel like this is a nice alternative. I got it from a lady called Claire's Wares on Facebook Marketplace, and I love what she's done. I really like the Olakili mustard, and the same sort of shade can be seen in our curtains, which I should have mentioned before, but they are from the range. We actually managed to get the curtains half price because they were marked up wrong, so that was a nice little perk. And then we've got our leather puffy, which we actually bought on the same trip in Brighton that we bought the mirror. But yeah, we got it from a leather shop and I just love it. I've been looking for something like this for ages, and it's just a nice extra seat for someone because we don't have like loads of seating, but it's nice to kind of put your feet up when you're sat here, but also a nice seat. Last but by no means least, I found this sofa on Gumtree for £350. And interestingly, at the time, it was also still on its original website. So this is actually a John Lewis, and it was on the website for £1,300. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it, but the person just, I don't know, they were either moving or just didn't want it in their space anymore. So yeah, I was really happy when I found this. And as soon as it came up, I was like, yeah, we're getting it. We needed to get a new sofa because originally we had a Argos one and it was the most uncomfortable thing that I've ever sat on. So yeah, I'm probably out of everything, this is my most proud purchase. And then we've got a mustard throw, which I believe is from, I think it might be from Primark actually. And then I've got H&M, yeah, H&M. They're all from H&M Home, the cushions. So that's our living room. This is essentially the before of a very long project of me going through that living room wishlist post and just doing everything. So the cabinet design, the TV unit on the doors. I really want to sort out a rug, and little spoiler alert, I am in two minds of whether we should buy one or I should make one myself, which you are going to be part of deciding. What else have I planned? Oh yeah, the radiator cover, the gallery wall, which is almost done. I just actually need to buy the frames and find frames that go on the wall. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this tour. Give it a like if you did, and let me know what pieces you like the most. Let me know what you think of Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace, Freecycle, Freegal, and let me know if you've been sort of inspired to use those sites a bit more. Send all those questions down in the comments below, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!